you may be listening, whether it's on the radio, cell phone, computer. I know every once in a while my sister checks in with me. There's that 6-hour difference. So sometimes when she checks in with me, I'm either sleeping or whatever, but she has listened to her brother on the air. A couple of years ago, she said, "It really sounds strange. It's like you were there." And I said, "You know what? I wish I was there. And if I have a chance to go there, I may not come back." But I'm back here. It's a Tuesday. I got a lot of business to do in town at the Highlands, and I thought I'd come in and be with the wine and cheese people. But you know what? We're going to give you an update since I'm not going to be here for a few days, and I always like talking to Ray Fittipaldo. And I got some great news for Ray. Ray, are you there?
I am here, Bill. Good afternoon.
I'm paying your salary. Ask me, how am I doing that?
How are you doing that?
It's funny you ask. I just got a renewal in the mail yesterday, and I think it's $182. I mean, I only get the paper 3 days a week, but I was figuring since your paper costs $4 every Sunday, times that by 52 weeks, I'm almost close to $180. So it's worth it.
There you go. And you get the coupons on Sunday. So how can you beat that?
Although this Sunday's paper was like War and Peace. Little news, little sport. Well, there was a lot of sports, but a lot of ads. And I was doing a lot of clippings, if you know what I mean. I'm a clipper, If I see buy one, get two.
Always a lot of sports in Pittsburgh.
Yeah. And it's just too bad you're not every day, but I can check you out on, postgazette.com or whatever.
Yes, you can.
And I just checked you out. As much as I hate using the C phone, the cell phone, because every Tom, Dick, and Harry uses it all the time, I have to use it sometimes for sports updates. So I punch up Steelers.com, right, or whatever, and I get your story about fans or no fans at Heinz Field. Give me more info since I just read this 20 minutes ago.
Yeah, Thursday night against the Ravens, Bill. That'll be likely the final time this season that the Steelers will be playing in front of 5,500 fans. That had been the number that was allowed in, I believe, in October and November. But after Thursday night, for the remaining games in December, only friends and family will be allowed inside Heinz Field. And that, of course, was done by the Steelers to meet the new state guidelines. Yeah. Governor Wolf issued new guidelines where only 2,500 people could attend an outdoor event. And with coaches, players, media, people like you on game days, they only had room for friends and family.
Yeah, as long as there's a visiting team, I will work. And I'll be working Thursday. Time and a half, a turkey dinner, man, doesn't get anybody better than that. Family, we won't talk about that. But 2,500 fans Thursday, does that include the players, coaches, and employees?
Yes, everyone included.
Gee.
They're only allowed 2,500 fans in the stadium. That's indoors and outdoors. So,
wow.
There's probably 50 or so media people and statisticians, a couple hundred coaches and players. So, I guess each player will be allowed to have, I don't know how many, 5, 10, 15 fans per game. And that's how they're going to get to that number.
And I know there'll be 76 of us working Thanksgiving. Maybe less than that because nobody wants to work. People have even said no to time and a half and a turkey dinner. Me, I don't turn down the cash. Christmas is around the corner.
I hear you.
You know what I mean? You're covering the game, right?
Excuse me, but I will be there. It will be my first game since, when was the last home game? I skipped the Jacksonville game.
Cincinnati?
So this will be my first game since their last victory at Heinz Field.
Okay. You were in Dallas, right?
I was in Dallas. I was in Baltimore.
Yep.
So, yeah.
All right. So no fans at the Steeler games in December. That really sucks. I mean, that really sucks. But
and likely January, too. I mean, let's face it, Bill. The cases are rising across the state and the country. There's a chance they could change it for the playoffs, but not looking good at this point.
Well, there's a chance, too. The Steelers could play at least 2 games, maybe 3 in January, right?
Absolutely. If they're the number 1 seed, they, of course, would get an off week. But then, as long as they keep winning, they would have 2 home games before the Super Bowl. And that's what you want. In a normal year, you would want 65,000 or so fans behind your back. But that's definitely not going to happen this year.
Yeah, and you know what? What really sucks? You always look forward to that home field advantage, the home crowd really loud in the playoffs. No crowds. So it's like a practice game, inter-squad game, I don't
And
know.
it's funny, you go around the country, what did Jacksonville have? Jacksonville had 18 or 20,000. Kansas City has had like 20 or 25,000 at their games, I think. So
Yeah.
it's just, it's different every state. Every state has different guidelines. But yeah, I mean, it'll be interesting. If Kansas City, if they end up getting the 1 seed, they could have potentially half a stadium full of people for that championship game.
Yeah. If they, yeah. So I don't know. The big story this week hasn't been what's wrong with it. It's amazing how many idiots have said, what's wrong with the Steelers running game? Holy mackerel, you're 10-0. Find something else wrong. Call the governor that you can't go to the games. Don't worry about the Steelers running game. If they can't run, they throw. If they can't throw, they run. Or the defense comes up with big plays. A lot of people are stupid. And I mean stupid. That's
Yeah, they're doing a great job of playing complementary football.
Yeah.
As you said, sometimes it's the defense coming
Yeah.
through, sometimes special teams, but if everything else fails on offense, you have number 7 back there to throw it around 45, 50 times a game, and that's what he's been averaging. I mean, get another 46 attempts against the Jaguars on Sunday, Bill. And they were ahead for, I don't know, the final, 3.5 quarters of that game.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I mean, most teams would probably run the ball a little bit more, but listen, we all know that's not the way the Steelers' offense is built, and they're certainly playing to their personality.
Well, I know one thing. John Harbaugh hasn't called me, but, if he wants me to run with the football, I will. Boy, that running game for the Ravens is practically done. I mean, the top 2 guys will be sitting on the sidelines.
Yeah, and they have more positive cases today. They shut their building down again, and they're not practicing. So, I mean, listen, Gus Edwards is the guy now. Gus Edwards ran for 130 yards against the Steelers last year in the regular season finale in Baltimore. He's no slouch. The Steelers are going to have their hands full, no matter who's playing running back. As long as Lamar Jackson is upright and he's able to take snaps, that's going to be a dangerous offense. I know they haven't played well. I understand that, but that is still a very dangerous team, and I think they could potentially, even though they're dealing with all this COVID stuff and injuries and so on and so forth, they could still give the Steelers some problems on Thursday night.
Yeah, another one of my friends who knows it all, but's never been in a locker room or never experienced interviews or whatever, said, I heard you say the other day, this was down at the restaurant, and I gave him an earful, how can you say that Ben's in the conversation for MVP? And I said, give me 1 or 2 reasons why he shouldn't be. And, of course, I didn't get 1 or 2 reasons. I think he's in the running. I think he's got to be. By the way, there's 50 people that vote. Are you one of them?
Vote for what?
MVP.
I am not one of them, no.
Okay.
No.
Is there anybody in the Burg that has a vote?
That's a good question. I knew a couple of years ago, I want to say Ed Bouchette or Will Graves from the Associated Press.
I was thinking of Will or Ed, yeah.
Yeah. So I know Ed had it at one point, but I know he doesn't have it now, so I'm not exactly sure.
All right. But he does have a vote for the Hall of Fame, right?
Ed most certainly still has that, yes.
Yeah, and I know our buddy John Clayton, who I think I have scheduled for next week, I think he votes for everything. So, yeah.
He's a busy man.
Yeah. So, I think he's at the top of the list. He's at the top of the list, in my opinion, Ben. Look at the season he's had. Look what he has done. His numbers are great. He's in charge of that offense. If the offense isn't clicking, he'll find a way. I was surprised that he tried to make a couple tackles in that Jacksonville game. For crying out loud, he's the quarterback, and he's out there trying to tackle people.
Yeah.
But we all know he's a competitor.
He is.
He's a competitor. I'll give him that credit. He likes to win. I don't think he likes to lose in checkers or chess or Monopoly.
The great ones usually have that attitude, don't they?
Yeah. He is. Yeah, he's. We've had problems in the past with him. We meaning the media, but you know what? The last couple of years, I've said to myself, he's really grown up. He's really grown up. So, since the early days as a rookie, and then a couple of years under his belt, and a couple of problems away from the field, he's only human. And I think being a family man has really helped him away from the playing field. And all that experience of 17 years plus, He's seen good times, good players, bad players. I think he should be the MVP. That could all change, but I don't think so right now. So, you know what I think? Do you think maybe, I don't think Harbaugh would do it. Do you think maybe the Ravens are looking for an excuse for the game to be moved to Sunday, which will never happen thanks to the greedy people at NBC?
Well, I was about to say some of those other games, like Steelers-Titans was moved.
Yeah.
That was a Sunday 1 p.m. game.
Yep.
The networks had plenty of games to show in that time slot. This is Thanksgiving night. You can't move another game into that time slot, Bill. So I think you know the way it works. I mean, they would have to have a complete outbreak within that building for that game not to be played Thursday night. So, but as I talk to you right now, I'm reading about it. Overall, since Sunday, the Ravens have 10 positive tests.
Oh.
Now, that's not all players.
No. Okay.
But they have 10 positive tests in their building. So that's staff, that's coaches. That's a pretty high number. That's starting to get to the point where, we could be talking about the league stepping in, but we are not there yet.
No, Roger Goodell won't because he's a puppet for the owners. If the owners say, bend over, we're going to kick you in the butt, he'll bend over. But, he works for the owners, so I don't blame him, But as I speak, what time is it, 1:20? In about 2 hours, NBC trucks will be arriving at Heinz Field to put all the wiring and all that in for Thursday night. Can you imagine if they cancel it? Those guys are going to make a lot of overtime.
They'll still get paid, though.
Yeah, yeah. They're going to have to stay in Pittsburgh a couple of more days. Keep the wiring in. I mean, I think they bring 4 trucks in. This is Group B. Group A is like the best group. This is Group B. So, it's all nuts. But 10 cases, who knows? Even if it was front office people, say it was a PR person, that PR person's around the players, the coaches. So it's like, stay tuned. Stay tuned. But everything's all right with the Steelers, except I got to ask you this before we go. Juju Smith-Schuster, are they going to wait till tomorrow to make a decision or game time Thursday?
No, I think they'll probably take it up until Thursday. It's a short week, Bill. And they're going to want to take a long look at him today. They'll have another practice tomorrow. And they'll have all day on Thursday to make up their mind. So I think he'll be listed as questionable, and I think he might be one of those quote-unquote game-time decisions come Thursday night.
Does he have a good lawyer?
He probably does. He probably has a good agent, I can tell you that.
Well, he tripped on a flag thrown by the referees. Remember what happened a few years ago when a referee threw a flag and Orlando Brown suffered a blind eye, and he sued for, what, $200 million? He ended up with, what, 40? Remember that?
I remember that.
Yeah. I said to myself, you can't sue a referee. He did and got money.
I guess it's better to sprain your ankle than to almost get blinded, though, huh?
Yeah. Although if I lost an eye and got $60 million, I might be happy. I don't know. We won't go there. So, but yeah, I remember Orlando Brown, and he kept playing for a couple of more years.
He did.
Yeah. I don't know why I thought of Brown. I thought of him last night because somebody asked me, "Can Juju sue because he stepped on a flag?" I said, "I don't know." And then it hit me. Orlando Brown sued when a referee accidentally, hit him in the eye with a penalty flag.
Yeah.
Man, is that crazy. So I think the Ravens are going to get crushed. What's your opinion before I say goodbye?
I actually think it's going to be a close game, though. It's always close between these two teams. If everyone was healthy and this COVID situation wasn't happening, I might go Ravens, but I'm going to go Steelers. I'm going to say 29, Ravens, 25.
29-25. I got 24-10 Steelers. They don't have Ravens doesn't have a running game. And you want Lamar Jackson to start throwing the ball? Yeah, he'll throw it right to a Steeler defender. But we'll see. But you know what? It could be a bad evening because, if the Ravens lose, they'll be 7-5. They might not make the playoffs. Playoffs?
Well, they're on the outside looking in right now, so they better get on their horse.
Yep. All right, you have a safe Thanksgiving, and I might see you Thursday, but you and your family have a very safe Thanksgiving and enjoy the turkey.
Gobble, gobble.
Okay, thank you. All right, Ray Fittipaldo. All right, that was a pretty good gobble. Wow, not bad. He's talented. All right. But yeah, no fans at Steeler games in December. That's going to be sad. I mean, it's only going to be coaches, players, some players' relatives or whatever. And I know there's about 75 to 76 of us working the game. Security, guess you don't need ushers. But, it's going to be crazy. And only 2,500 fans allowed in Thursday's game. It used to be 5,600. But if you think your governor is out of sight and out of mind, how about the one we have to work with in Pennsylvania? I think all governors are out of sight, and some of them out of mind. Wouldn't want to be the governor of any state, any state. Well, you heard the gobble gobble. Once again, we're giving away turkeys for Thanksgiving. What?
Well, you got a phone call first.
Yeah, I wanted to. Okay, let's go to the phone.
It's
Hey,
Dan.
remember this is Dan. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Hold on. Remember last week we were talking about John Lennon and the guy that assassinated him?
Yeah, Dan.
And the last thing that, an hour before he got John Lennon to sign his autograph on the album he just put out, it just sold for $2 million because it's the last autograph that John Lennon ever signed.
Did you buy it?
No, but the guy that owned it was the guy that shot him.
Oh, okay. All right.
I was thinking about that. I
Oh.
watched it on, yeah.
Okay.
Are you getting back to the turkeys?
Oh,
Or am
yeah.
I the turkey?
I won't answer that because I'm a nice guy. How many shots, Dan?
I think it's going to be 2.
Okay, Dan, 2 shots. We're giving away a turkey, so we'll see. We have our marksman ready to hit our radio turkey. Let's hear from the marksman. There you go, Dan. You win lottery tickets and you win a turkey.
Hey, ask Janet about when I went and bought those 2 iced teas, okay?
Janet, iced teas. I think she's going to come in the studio if she's not busy.
Hey,
2 iced
you
teas.
Lola and Bill have a wonderful Thanksgiving.
All right, you too, Dan.
God bless you. Bye-bye.
2 iced teas, right?
Yep.
Okay. I've had iced tea there. It's pretty good. Thank you, Dan. We'll be giving away turkeys. Who's in at 2 o'clock? J.D. Daner will be in. He'll be giving away turkeys. Thanks to our friends at Bauer Distributing for this nice turkey giveaway we're putting out for you. Bauer Distributing wants to remind you to drink responsibly and make sure you plan ahead for this holiday season. And if you're out on the roads, please be careful. Always, always watch out for the other guy or the other driver or the other pedestrian who's crossing the street on a cell phone during a green light, which I experience all the time on Main Street. All right, please be careful. We all got to be careful now because times are not the same. I can't even believe Thanksgiving is on Thursday. It's just like, it doesn't feel right. And Christmas is right around the corner. There you go. All right, so we're giving away 1 turkey, and like I said, DJ Daner will be here for the other. Once again, I want to thank our good friends at Bauer Distributing. They're one of our special clients and special people. Good people work there, and we want to thank them for the turkey that we're giving away. It's going to make a few people very happy for their Thanksgiving meal. So we always say we're thankful on Thanksgiving. I'm just thankful every day that I wake up and both feet hit the ground. All right? And there you go. And we're giving away, we're doing this when? Just till tomorrow, Lola? Yeah, we're doing this till tomorrow because we won't be here Thursday or Friday. I want to give you an update on some events we have. Tomorrow, WVU basketball game at South Dakota, 7 o'clock on the airwaves. Thursday, I'm going to confuse you. West Virginia playing basketball with either Wichita State or Utah State. It'll be either 1:30 p.m. or 6 p.m. Go figure, right? Just keep listening. Saturday night, Oklahoma, West Virginia. I'd love to be there, but I'll watch it at home. And that's on WKKX, 7:30 airtime and kickoff. Sunday, can the Browns make it 8-3? They play at Jacksonville. That's at 1 o'clock on WKKX, okay? And, how about, I might be in here Monday morning saying, how about those Cleveland Browns? 8-3. Who would have thought, right? Can you imagine if they win like 10 games or 11 games, get into playoffs, and maybe win 1 game, They'll be celebrating in Cleveland 24/7, all right? And if not, they'll be complaining. No, I think Browns fans are a little bit happy I don't know how far you can go with Baker Mayfield, but you know what? He's surrounded with some good people, and so far the Browns have been playing good football. It doesn't matter who they play as long as they win, you know? All right, wouldn't it be something if the Browns and the Steelers meet a couple of more times? The Browns host the Steelers in the final regular season game for both teams. Yesterday, I played the what-if game. What if the Steelers are 15-0? Got to go to Cleveland. Cleveland needs a win. Maybe Mike Tomlin will sit down a few veterans, all right? Rest the old guys. And the Browns win. Snap the streak. Then a couple weeks later, the two teams play again at Heinz Field. All right? But the bad news this morning is this afternoon, there's, a total of 10 cases, COVID-19, whatever, in Baltimore. Could be staff members. But only 2,500 fans now allowed in Thursday at Heinz Field. And no, that's a big capital N, capital O fans at the Steeler games in December and probably January. So I'm asking you this. What the hell good is if you have home field for the playoffs if there's nobody there? Yeah, whatever. All right, we're going to take a break, and hopefully we'll have the whole gang here for Wine and Cheese, Lola's favorite segment of the week, and certainly one of my favorite segments on the variety show, Wine and Cheese, coming up on AM 1600.
Highland Sports Complex is the coolest destination for sports and entertainment the Ohio Valley has ever seen. Pop in for some open basketball in our field house or reserve some turf time for your next practice or game on our synthetic fields. Online registration is open for development classes and leagues for youth and adults. Highland Sports is also the hottest destination for birthday parties and other events. So come challenge yourself on our play climb and enjoy your favorite virtual reality game in the arcade. No memberships required, so visit highlandsports.com to find your next entertainment experience and get ready to reach new heights.
Does your dog need groomed or walked? Are you looking for a pet sitter or dog boarding options? If so, call Dirty Paws, Wheeling's newest pet care service, providing the Ohio Valley with everyone's pet care needs. Check us out on Facebook at Dirty Paws WHG or call 304-639-7754.
Head to Menards for the last 11% rebate sale of 2020. Stay warm with Dino Glow electric garage heaters. They're perfect for heating your garage or workshop. They can be wall or ceiling mounted, saving you valuable space. All Dino Glow heaters are 11% off. It's Menards' last 11% rebate sale of 2020. Savings are good until November 25th. Savings are mail-in rebate. Some exclusions apply. See store for details.
Save big money at Menards.
Toyota-thon is on. Now's the best time to visit your Toyota dealer and to save big on the car, truck, or SUV you've been dreaming of. Like an off-road ready 21 4Runner, a 21 Tacoma, or a 21 RAV with available all-wheel drive. All with $1,000 cash back from Toyota. Take $1,000 back on a 21 gas model Corolla or $1,500 on a hybrid. Or a Highlander with seating for 8 and take up to $2,500 cash back. Take $2,000 cash back on a sporty new 2020 gas model Camry or $3,000 on a hybrid model Camry. Visit buyatoyota.com, Toyota's official website for deals, to check out inventory, build your own Toyota, and to find a dealer near you. All to help make buying or leasing your next Toyota easy and affordable. You can take cash back or apply toward down payment. Offers exclude TRD Pro models and hybrid offers vary. See your dealer for details. Toyota-thon is on, so hurry, go see your Toyota dealer today. Offers end November 30th. Toyota, let's go places.
I'm Josh from Panhandle Cleaning and Restoration. I hope you are staying healthy. We continue to respond to structural, fire, and water emergencies. We are combating COVID-19 with our highly trained staff and latest disinfection systems, providing preventative and reactive disinfection to facilities around the region, while working with area hospitals on isolation areas and air filtering. At Panhandle, we continue to follow social distancing and hygiene protocols. We are dedicated to our community, and together, we will get through this.
Over the years, you've brought opioids into your home. They helped when you were in pain, and you held on to them just in case. But holding on to opioids puts your family at risk. Learn more at www.fda.gov/drug disposal.
Oh, there's something so real about living local, and I know without a doubt I'm not alone. And I'm loving living local. There's nowhere else I'd rather be. Said I'm loving living local. WTRF is working for me. The Ohio Valley is where I love to be.
Throughout the Ohio Valley, back to school is looking different. Each day, parents, teachers, students, coaches, and administrators are finding solutions to situations that are unprecedented. All of us at the Highlands appreciate everything you are doing and are here for the items you need. Visit hitthehighlands.com for the current guidelines and updated contact information of our retailers and restaurants.
The Metro News Update is brought to you by Thomas Auto Centers, Mall Road, St. Clairsville. Get the best deal at Thomas Auto Centers.
West Virginia Metro News. I'm Shauna Johnson. No new restriction announcements to try to limit coronavirus spread are coming at this point from Governor Jim Justice as we get closer and closer to Thanksgiving Day. His mask mandate does remain in effect, requiring face coverings in public places, even when people can keep away from others, with some exceptions. This week, U.S. District Judge Robert Chambers is rejecting a challenge to that mandate from a Putnam County restaurant owner who claims the mandate violates federal constitutional protections. Metro News statewide correspondent Brad McElhaney says it probably won't be the last legal challenge to pandemic orders.
People on both sides saying they're too restrictive or not restrictive enough. So there are a lot of ways to challenge this in the court system. And, frankly, there probably needs to be a public discussion about what is proper and adequate and what isn't.
Attorneys for the owner of Bridge Cafe and Bistro in Hurricane argued in court Governor Justice was overreaching. They're counting ballots again in Marion County. Requested recounts for races from the November 3rd general election for Marion County Sheriff and Marion County Commissioner. Buck firearms season continues today across the Mountain State. A cloudy, dry day for many. Forecasters say widespread rain moves in tomorrow night. You're listening to Metro News, the voice of West Virginia. Morgantown is the initial chosen site for a new green technology manufacturing base. It's a partnership between DST Innovations and Blue Rock Manufacturing that Governor Jim Justice says could result in the creation of up to 1,000 manufacturing and technology jobs, maybe more.
It may take time, real time, for you to get there. I get all that and everything. But absolutely, the multiplier effect of those jobs is unbelievable.
From the Metro News Anchor Desk, I'm Shauna Johnson.
Hello, Ohio Valley. This is Kate Delaney inviting you to join me overnight here on The Watchdog. Whether it's talking to big names in entertainment or sports, discussing the latest political news, or just chatting about life, I'll be here to keep you company on The Watchdog, WVLY AM 1370, FM 97.7, or online at watchdognetwork.com.
Dum da dum da dum da dum da da dum da dum da dum da dum da da. To the room, passing out $100 bills, and it kills and it thrills like the horns on my Silverado grill. And I buy the bar a double round of Crown, and everybody's getting down in this town. Ain't never gonna be the same, 'cause I saddle up my horse and I ride into the city. I make a lot of noise, 'cause the girls, they are so pretty. Riding up and down Broadway on my old stud Leroy, and the girls say, save a horse, ride a cowboy. Everybody says, save a horse, ride a cowboy. Well, I don't give a dang about nothing. I'm singing and bling blinging while the girls are drinking. Long necks down, and I wouldn't trade old Leroy or my Chevrolet for your Escalade or your freak parade. I'm the only John Wayne left in this town, and I saddle up my horse.
Well, I'm saddling up. Be out of here real soon. DJ Daner will take over the host chair and the microphone, so keep listening. DJ will be giving away a turkey or two or whatever. Checking the oldies calendar this morning. Boy, I remember this date. For those of you old gassers like me, where were you on this day in 1963? Did it happen in the afternoon or evening? I remember it like it was last night. In a scene captured on live national television, Dallas nightclub owner Jack Ruby shot and mortally wounded Lee Harvey Oswald, the accused assassin of U.S. President John F. Kennedy. It was live on national television. And I think my eyeballs are still at home, the home I used to live in, because I couldn't believe it. You know, you see gun smoke, wanted dead or alive, people shooting each other. I knew as a kid, you know, it's actors. This was live and on television. Jack Ruby shot and wounded Lee Harvey Oswald. Wow. That was a long time ago. I don't like to look back, but on this particular story, I remembered, and I remember my aunt and uncle going crazy, you know, and we cried all weekend because we couldn't take our eyes off the TV, especially when, you know, when they were honoring the Kennedy and the horse coming down the street and Junior, you know, doing the salute. Yeah, okay. I know she wasn't around back in 1963. I guess there's no Corey, right?
No.
Okay. Well, there goes half of my questions. Hold it. I'm going to ask you on some of these.
Well,
there we go. There we
I
go.
mean, I just picked this wine up. He may be calling in.
Oh, okay.
I thought he said he was.
I like that bottle. That's nice.
We're about to try it.
All right.
Age before beauty.
Give it to her. Age. All right. Let me see the label so I can put it on the old TV camera here. Wish I had this in the 70s. No, I don't want Facebook in the 70s and 80s because I had a good time. This is Santa Julia. Santa's and Santa Claus? Okay. It's sweet red. It's Mendoza. Mario Mendoza, the worst second baseman or infielder ever? Argentina. Oh, boy. I like to poke. Okay, let me see if I can get this up. There you go, folks. Wait a minute. Oh, you don't want to see my face. There you go. All right. Before I taste it, let's go to the wine. I almost said wino. Let's go to the wine expert. Lola, what do you think?
Oh, it is really good. Now, it's very sweet. It's very sweet.
Okay.
But yummy.
Wow, it is very sweet. What, you going to have some?
I will.
Yeah, how are you going to get the bottle away from me? I'm not giving it to you. You got to come over and get it. No, here. It's very good. Let me read something first, Janet.
Mm-hmm.
Alcohol, it doesn't say. 10%. Okay?
I've actually had that one before. It is very good.
Yeah. This wine is blended in lightweight glass. No, it's bottled in lightweight. Why do they make the print so small? Wait a minute. Take my glasses off there. It's symbolic of our respect and care for the natural environment of Mendoza, the home of the company, since founded in 1963. It's a third generation of family winemakers. It's a mom and pop place. I like that. Use of green fertilizers. What's that mean? Put green fertilizers on the grapes or something? I don't know. Lola, you know what that means?
Yes, they're not using any manufactured chemical fertilizers. It's all
organic.
Yeah.
And vineyard irrigation from pure mountain water. I thought that's what they do with Coors beer. And water recycling program. Okay, so it's a healthy wine, eh?
Yes.
Give me your glass. I'd love to pour for a young lady. There you go. I won't do this for Lola. Say when.
When. We're good.
Okay. There you go. Now sip it.
So any kind of cheese would go with this because it's so sweet. Even
You're
the
reading my mind now. That was my question.
The cranberry cheese that I have, Lola, I think would go very good with this.
This would go really good with that goat cheese.
Yes, it would, definitely.
That stuff, too, by the way, is so good.
Have I ever tried your goat cheese?
I think I brought it on.
Did you bring me a sampler once? Yeah.
I believe so, yes.
Yeah.
We bought a little mini log.
She got the cranberry cinnamon goat cheese.
Yeah.
So it's got
And the
cranberry
chicken
flavor
salad
inside.
was so good, too. What else did we get? Oh, peanut butter fudge, the crackers, the fruit. I love the dip that you gave me for the
That is
fruit.
our homemade fruit dip, and it is very good.
Yes, it is.
You know, between me and Lola, we're keeping you in business.
Yes.
No, we're not. We're just helping you out. We believe in mom and pop.
You bought the same crackers Lola did. You bought the red box, the Vinta crackers, right?
No, we got the bag of Italian.
Oh, that's right. The Italian.
What did I get? You said try this.
you got
Every
the
time you
vintage
say try this, I end up buying it.
And you love it, don't you?
Yes, I do. Yeah.
Well, you'll
Especially
have to
since I
check
got
out the
it.
Italian crackers I have for the holidays. There's a bruschetta and then just an Italian.
Yeah,
cracker.
okay.
I forgot to show you those.
Yeah, okay.
So.
You know, I like those, what was it, the Ruth beer and the wild cherry drops? You know, at night when I feel like I got to have something in my mouth other than a Reese cup, a Mellow cup, a Snickers bar, I stick one of them in.
Old-fashioned candy.
Yeah, old-fashioned candy. You know, and you have like a variety of them, but
We do.
I like the root beer and the cherry, wild cherry, and
We
it's
have a
really
new-
good.
A new chocolate in too. It's a sea salted caramel. They're wrapped individually.
Oh,
but, I mean,
okay.
along with that, we have chocolate covered Oreos, English toffee, coconut dips, maple creams, and they're all individually wrapped. That's what we're looking for. Safety.
Yeah. Yeah, I know safety when you give me pens. Here, Bill, take these.
These are sanitized.
Yeah,
pens,
they're
yes. I
sanitized
don't know
pens.
how many times I say that a day.
Well, that's okay.
Yes.
You're trying to be safe.
I am.
Okay. I think we have a special guest on the line.
I think you do.
He's an expert. That's right, an expert when it comes to wines. He blew my mind away the first time I met him. Corey. Corey?
Hey guys, how you doing today?
How you doing today?
Oh, I'm good. I'm busy as heck. I apologize. I'm just getting around to you.
You never need to apologize. I understand you might be in person next week or weeks after.
Yeah. So I'm looking forward to getting back in the studio and taking a little wine break myself in a day. I haven't got one of those for a few weeks. So.
Lola and I agree. Lola and I agree, and Janet agrees because she has a big smile on her face after a couple of sips that this sweet red, it hit the spot.
Oh, good. Yeah, and it's a wine that I've worked with for a long time, but for some reason my distributor was out of it for quite a while, and it just came back in last week. So I'm excited to get it back out to people for the holiday. Argentine Bonarda, so it is a grape that a lot of people aren't typically familiar with, or even being made into a sweet wine is pretty rare. So it's a cool little wine to drink, and Argentina wines always go really good with Thanksgiving too. So
Bonarda, right? Bonarda?
Bonarda. So,
Bonarda, okay. Lola wants a lot of a Bonarda, okay.
Oh, good. So yeah, I was excited to send that down with Janet and see what everybody thought about it.
Someday you're going to give me a wine and I'm going to say I don't like it.
Oh, that's never the goal. So I
know.
don't do
You
that.
know how to satisfy our taste buds. You know how to spoil us. You spoil us with wine. Janet spoils us with, I just went down to get some cough drops or whatever they're called. What are they called?
They're the old-fashioned candies.
Yeah, and I end up spending almost $20. So she said, try these crackers. Then I got some of the homemade cookies.
Yes, you did.
Okay, and what else did I get? 2 different kind of crackers.
It kind of always suckers me into. I'll go over for a water or a Gatorade or something. I'll
And you end up with 2
gummy
bags.
bears and an apple pie and all kinds of stuff. So.
Oh, yes.
And you've been busy the last couple times I've been there.
Yes, we have.
Yeah. What was those plates, before I ask him about other wines for the holidays? We have 14 minutes. What are those plates you were showing me that you had 10 of them?
Those were a special order. They were for one single person.
Okay.
Of course, we're not going to set a party tray out for people to handle
Okay.
and pick up their own cheeses or whatever.
So what's in that one plate that would feed me for a week?
That had cheese, cubed meat and cheese, and then it had vegetables, fruits, crackers, bread, dipping mustard, and a vegetable dip.
That's
all
for
in the
one
same
person?
for one person, and it was a $12 platter.
Okay.
So
That was a great deal. That's a great deal.
yes, I mean, you
You know.
can't individually wrap each slice of cheese or meat that are on a party tray. You just sort
You
of
can't
have
find
to.
something like that at a fast food place.
Exactly.
Oh, wow, that's okay. All right, Thanksgiving right around the corner, Corey, okay? But first of all, what do I want to mention? It is Small Business Day Saturday, right?
It is already. It's hard to believe.
Hello?
Small Business Saturdays here.
It is this coming Saturday, yes, and we intend on being very busy, right, Corey?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, it's a really big time of or big day of the year for us. Typically, you see with Black Friday, a lot of people are hitting the Highlands and things like that with the bigger spots. But I even have a feeling Black Friday is going to be a little uptick to usual business for us too.
I think it will.
Yeah. So on Saturday, what are your hours at Valley Cheese?
We're sticking with the same hours, 9 to 5:30.
And what's your hours, Corey?
I'll be here 10 to 6 on Saturday. Yeah, definitely have some wine dip, and I plan on having the Sweet Mountain Spice by West White Hill open, so it's always a treat for people to try on a chilly day.
All right, I got to ask you, how's our friend Greg? Is he recovering from his knee problem?
He's recovering. Yeah, I talked to him earlier today, and he said his knee's feeling a lot better, but his back hurts like crazy. But he's ready to get off the couch and the recliner and move around a little.
Is he on crutches?
He is. Okay. He's on crutches, so I'm sure his arms are pretty wore out, too.
Yeah, I'm sure, too. But you know what? He'll get over it, and he'll be feeling much better, hopefully, after having his problem with his knee taken care of. So.
No, definitely.
All right. So we took care of Saturday. All right. Now Thanksgiving wine.
Yeah.
Once again, we always talk about Moscato for ham and turkey. You mentioned cranberry Moscato.
Yeah. So I pulled in some of the tropical cranberry Moscato, and I sent one down with Janet last week, so her and Lola got to try it on the air. But I got 3 cases of it in yesterday, and I'm down to, I think, 18 bottles. So it's been a hot item for us. And they use 5% cranberry puree in there, so you do get some of that true tartness out of it. It's not an overly sweet Moscato whatsoever. So yeah, I think it'll make it through the rest of the day and tomorrow, but I'll have a few more cases of that coming for Saturday too. And of course, we'll have that open to sample for people to try as well.
All right. What about dessert wines? What would go with like pumpkin pie?
Yeah, pumpkin pie. I'm going back to my handy ports I've been bringing around with you guys the past couple months. That Yolumba Antique Tawny out of Australia is going to be the primary port on my table for Thanksgiving.
Now, there'll be a lot of leftovers, okay? Let's just say, me, for example, if I don't want the turkey dinner that they're going to give us for working the Steeler game, I might bring it home, make a turkey sandwich out of it. What kind of wine would I want with my turkey sandwich? Would it still be a Moscato?
No. I'm going to go more with Pinot Noir, especially Oregon. And it's kind of funny because we mentioned it to each other earlier. Along with the leftover foods, a lot of the time you'll have leftover wine too. I know I like to open 3 or 4 bottles at a time just so there's variety. So Oregon Pinots typically drink better the second day, in my opinion. They're not quite as acidic. They kind of lose that acidity, smoothing out a bit. So I think an Oregon Pinot, maybe a J. Christopher from the day before, is going to be a good little leftover turkey sandwich wine. Wouldn't be afraid of that at all.
Can I ask you this question?
Yeah.
This bottle of wine in front of us. I'd come down and buy it from you, but I'm going to give you this bottle. I'm going to give this bottle to Lola.
Okay.
What would it cost me?
The Santa Julius is $12. So $12 per
great
bottle, $13.44 after tax. So
Okay. Wow.
keeping you under 15 on that one.
I was thinking around 20 because it's very good. It's
great
good.
quality. Yeah, Zucardi family out of Argentina is one of the pioneers. So it's a family that's been making wine for a long time. They typically know what they're doing, and they made that wine, I think, for the sweeter American palate, and it seems to hit everybody's taste with it.
Yep. So that's another good thing. You know, years ago, I know when I worked in the liquor stores in Boston, I worked for a couple of liquor stores. We didn't have Argentina wine. We had your basics. You know, your Concord wines, your Gallo wines. What's a wine out of New York? New York State. Taylor.
Taylor Sports, huh?
Yeah. That went for about $1.50, you know? The winos used to hang around the subway because the subway was about 50 feet from our door, man. They loved anything Gallo and anything Taylor because it was cheap, you know?
The place to be.
Yeah, the place to be. All right. I think that's about... Oh, WVU in Oklahoma Saturday night.
Yeah.
If I got a cheese plate from Janet, one of those fancy plates with everything on it, a lot of veggies, cheese, some meats, what kind of wine would I have that before kickoff?
Oh, wine before kickoff. To be honest, what I'm going to throw at you is some beer. I think being college football Saturday, let's get some beer on the table.
Lola will have wine and beer.
But yeah, so I've got a few new beers in that really go with the winter cooler season too. I was lucky enough to get a couple cases of Founders KBS or Maple Macnic Fudge.
Whoa. Maple what?
Maple Macnic Fudge. So I believe this is a little fudge company, I think, out of Michigan.
Oh, it's
so a lot of the
Mackinac.
Michigan residents.
Corey,
What's that?
It's pronounced Mackinac.
Mackinac.
Yeah.
Mackinac. Now, are you familiar with it yourself, being from
Yes, I am. Mackinac Island is up between the upper and lower peninsulas. You go across the big bridge over there.
Oh,
and,
nice.
There's no vehicles except fire trucks allowed on it. You have to either bicycle, walk, or ride a horse.
And that's what I heard. I really want to visit after hearing that too. And
it's awesome. It's
I
really
guess
awesome.
they took some fudge, a really famous fudge company from that island, and Dumped a whole bunch of it in this stout. They use their maple bourbon barrels to age it in, so you get some of that good maple syrup flavor, the big fudgy flavors out of it. And I want to say, from what I understand, I'm the only shop in the state that is able to get 2 cases of it. It was pretty darn limited, so I've got about 2 4-packs of that left. And I've got some of the big Luscious. So that was another stout they did with raspberries, tons and tons of raspberries. So it's going to be a richer style, dessert style drink, but with the cheese tray, Mountaineers on Saturday, you can't go wrong with it.
By the way, for the Mountaineer fans listening, Corey has a great selection of wine glasses with WVU logos on it and everything, so you can do your Christmas shopping there too. Do you sell gift certificates or gift cards?
I do, absolutely. Any denomination that's needed there.
Okay, all right. And you know what? A great cigar for Saturday's game would be good, or cigars for Christmas. How about a bottle of wine and a couple of your great cigars? Is that a good 1-2 punch?
Oh, absolutely. Can't go wrong. Throw a bottle of port with the cigar in particular, and you've got it made.
Man, you got to answer for everything. I'm going to stump you real soon. What kind of wine do you have with Slim Jims?
Oh, Slim, we're not drinking wine with those darn Slim Jims.
What do you have with Slim Jims?
Beer.
Yes.
Let's throw some more of that beer in the factory.
Yeah, there you go. All right. Are you busy? I hear people in the background.
I do. I've got a couple ladies in, so I'm going to have to jump off here with you all. I apologize.
Take care of the ladies and make sure you take a few bucks out of their purse because their purchases will be eventful. How's that?
All right. Sounds great.
Hey, have a nice Thanksgiving.
Thank you. You too.
All
Thank you, guys. Bye.
Yeah, I'm thinking a cheese plate, right? For the
Absolutely.
game? The game's not at 1. It's not at 4. It's at 7:30.
7:30 in the evening on Saturday. That's great. And the Steelers play Thanksgiving night, too.
Yeah.
So you got to have your finger foods ready.
Yeah. Now, you're closed Thanksgiving, aren't you?
We are, yes.
Okay, all right. You got to rest a little bit.
So you have until tomorrow to pick up your
So,
cheese plates.
Whatever. You can call early in the morning. What time are you there?
9 o'clock. We
Yeah.
open at 9.
You can ask for Janet or any of her friendly faces. They're always wearing a smile.
We are.
They must like working for you, huh?
They do.
Yeah.
At least I hope they do. I don't know.
I'll have to talk
They
to
have
them
me
when you're not in.
buffaloed,
How's
maybe.
that?
Right.
No, it's okay. I'd like to work for you. No, I wouldn't, because I would eat up all the cheese, all the good stuff you have, all the healthy stuff you
Right.
have, you know?
The pickled baby beets have been a really hot item this morning. It must be a huge Thanksgiving thing. I thought it was more like Eastery, but
Pickled baby beets?
pickled baby beets.
I love
that and our Amish butter and all of our jams and jellies. You know, you got to have your dinner roll with the Amish butter on it to dip in your gravy and your mashed potatoes.
Yep.
Are you a good cook, too?
Yes.
Oh,
I mean, I think I am, I guess.
all right. You want to get married?
And everything I make doesn't have cheese on it.
You want to get married?
but
I'm worth $2
close.
million.
No,
But you have to
he's
kill me.
not.
You have to
No,
kill me.
he's not. Don't fall for that line.
Dead I am. Well, almost. I don't know. I have no idea. I've never read. I should read a will, but I won't. I think we covered all bases with your fancy plate. How many have you made already? 10?
We did 10 for Monday, and I have some more ordered for next week.
Do you have that out on Facebook?
A lot of business parties have changed drastically this
yeah.
year. So
Oh,
the
I forgot about
Friendsgiving that the businesses were having, they called and asked what I could come up with, and that's what I come up with.
Wow, that's a great idea.
Yeah.
Is that on Facebook? If I checked you out,
I
is a
don't,
picture of it? Because
I don't
couldn't
know that
believe
I
what you
put it
showed
on
me.
there yet, but I plan to.
couldn't believe what you
yes.
showed me.
Yeah.
That feeds one person.
It would feed 2. I couldn't eat all that myself.
that
But if
feed
that's
Lola
the
and
only thing
Linda?
you're eating, it certainly could.
Okay. Wow, it looked like a vegetable garden. Then you throw some meats on it?
Meat and cheese. And
What kind of meat?
specialty crackers. There was salami pepperoni on that one.
Yeah. Okay.
But I could do prosciutto or capicola, whatever.
Yeah. Okay. What's the more expensive salami? Starts with a C, Cetera or something?
We only have a hard salami.
Okay. All right.
I don't know what the other one
At
is.
Giant Eagle, they got like 5 or 6 different ones. And
Hard
there's one-
salami's the best.
Is it? Is it? I think the Cetera. I don't know what the Cetera is. It's a special hard salami. I don't know, but I like salami. But you know, I can't eat 4 or 5 slices. Maybe a half a slice on a salad. That's it. And what did you give me? That vinaigrette?
The raspberry vinaigrette.
Yeah.
The
Next time-
sassine salad dressing.
Yeah.
You're really going to enjoy that. That's here with your Greek salad, too.
Okay, thank you.
There's 2
lot
of
of
those
feta
in there.
cheese?
There's a lot of
A
feta
lot of
cheese
feta.
on it.
I'm
Lot of
gonna be
feta.
feta, huh?
Yes, you are.
I'm going to be
It's gonna
feta
be
by
Gouda.
Janet. Yep.
It'll be Gouda.
Okay. It'll be
Oh,
good.
Janet, you're hanging around with him too long.
It scares me.
Oh, I get it. Gouda.
Yeah.
Gouda coming up with DJ Daner, all right? He's going to give away some turkeys, okay? Turkey giving away turkeys. Did I say that? No, I like DJ. We go way, way back. Janet, have a nice Thanksgiving. Put the cap on this and give it to Lola. That'll last you a minute. Here you go. Hey, you out there, be safe on Thanksgiving and be thankful every day, not just on a Thursday in November. I am out of here.
Watchdog is FM 98.1, AM 1600 WKKX Wheeling, FM 97.7, AM 1370 WVLY Moundsville.
Throughout the Ohio Valley, back to school is looking different. Each day,
The ABC News is brought to you by Thomas Auto Centers, Mall Road, St. Clairsville. Get the best deal at Thomas Auto Centers.
Helping a divided America heal. Biden says that includes normalizing relations on the world stage. The president-elect choosing Linda Thomas Greenfield, he says, as his pick for UN ambassador.
The United States ambassador to the United Nations, I nominate Linda Thomas Greenfield, a seasoned and distinguished diplomat with 35 years in the Foreign Service who never forgot where she came from, growing up in segregated Louisiana.